Man, I really like Inflame's ET too, but he's a very offensive. He doesn't just sit back and, you know, wait for max people. I him get level 15 with a plus 30 astral clamp people down. Next speed.
Consider to reach 15.
Yep.
This game.
I wonder what he gets 25. 100% glitter. I haven't. It would be sick to have 20. Oh man.
Yeah, a hell of a lot when you.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get damage off. They have a carapace.
So just ulti then.
I'll say so. It actually, you know, you might deal with a Tidehunter, but I don't know if we'll get to that in the game.
I'll make LFY's high breach for Team Secret. Hitting these big ultimates, like you need that Ravage to connect. Then the follow-up Nova of Midas on this Safe Flame Venomancer. Like you'll push down towers to gain the levels, gain.
Do so. So they're very confident in their ability to.
You're right on top of CTY, throwing him on top of DDC under the tier 1 tower. Shield 15 1 charges. He doesn't burn the 1 charges.
Joke's on you. Off. Got him.
2-4-3 build instead for them to do. He'll find it and he'll farm it.
Who needs
Sentry Ward and the Observe Ward? A little place to put the sentry. Is that the reason 2 of the units behind?
I think they just wanted to bounce.
Next time. Maybe you can just walk yourself in and find it.
They already lost one. I mean, I guess they have the play we see commonly from Ace at all. I think he's actually one of the carries that builds Midas the least. So
it has to be a mindset, though, from Team Secret. Mindset, if you don't believe, one, you hold high ground, there's actually a way you can push back.
Better teams to deal with it, though. They're a very swift team. They're actually high ground very, very early on. It's very risky, but if their ultimates are down, then things are going to be a lot different. I think it's much easier to push the second roach and to refresh on the third.
Yeah, so Twitter's drop, dust going to be triggered. Next LFY are a little bit too far away to continue the pullback of some type.
LFY really want to control that second H, make sure that nothing happens around there. Another one to a little bit to the southwest.
Definitely keeping tabs on LFY. This also a little bit safe, and CTY Secret unless you smoke. Now they move forward. That Observer Ward pinged out. But Monet's moving forward. Secret, if you don't contest this, Monet coming, he's on his way. He's on the bottom lane at the moment. Monet just
there, but Fada's actually just farming the bottom.
Running for the right time. Good Observer Ward from LFY is further to the south, however, so both around the Ancients. So no one...
At least they'll be able to take...
Okay, now they'll get... Okay, that's fine then.
I think you're LFY...
Afu
just...
He's come back in again. Yapsaw going to connect slow, and they've actually got it with negative armor.
That was just dewarded, and there's a big stack. By your DK pushing mid and see how they react.
Attacking. Okay, no, instantly DK backed up.
And I think it's a distraction game if you can make it out alive. But he burned his... But I think it's extra all 4 Ancients. I think 3 is reasonable. Be like way far ahead and have that mid tilt.
That's all this really is. Oh. That's a lot of Ancient Prowler kind of ripped him a new. Even CTY doesn't want to take the mid lane to farm up. Yep. So we watch LFY has been holding a decent advantage back up once more.
Yep.
The experience around that.
The problem is that Secret are actually getting the 2 Midas hero farming is
Ace. No, combination's going to hit enough with 15 to 17 charges. Maybe a little bit of revenge into. They're going to commit the Ravage. It guarantees the kill. They will not help.
This is just position 4 though. You're happy with like contesting runes, contesting Ancient Roach. If they have a medallion, they probably don't right now.
Like burn Ravage now, at least find on.
I don't know though.
It's not like LFY.
They can.
They can definitely, but they haven't even felt the effect of like together. What happens if team? Oh, super. Blink Dagger is up for CTY. More support's coming in from fast. In comes the Ice Blast. He's in the trees, and CTY once but perfect in flight. Big roll. That pulse. I see the urn is ticking in. Just got in time from Yapsaw. With 2 heroes down, LFY 2 tower.
This is the thing I was talking about with them. That is just the green all over their jungle. And keep in mind that they still don't have Songaze build.
And you can get triggered.
Oh, I'm not the one who's triggered. His team's probably triggered.
He was dead pretty quickly. Once that Ice Blast, you don't even need the Blink Dagger when you have. No. In this case, it didn't. It didn't exist. I know.
Take it next level. You're forced to.
Is he? He just holds that. Oh, Monet gonna get dusted up, stunned up with the Maledictus. What do we know? Secure the kill. But 5 seconds for cooldown on Pop happen.
Hood on Venomancer, realizing that, yeah, they got rolled last team. Tidehunter also goes for a hood.
Pipe, I think it's just a casual hood for the Venoman.
Veno's been farming a lot, and yeah, Veno has sacrificing a little bit of himself for Tidehunter can do things now.
I feel so torn. Oh, nice stump from Yapsaw. CTY.
Status resistant.
But I'm still concerned. Team Secret, they're playing for the long, keeping up with the double hand of Mises unless they continue to take objectives. Great thing for Gaze now. And Mystic Snake and Paralyzing Cast and the issues. A lot of defense the Team Secret have caught out of position. Okay, was exactly right from Yapsaw. Either the team have a huge advantage in this game. Both have so.
Still say LFY. I mean, so gold double hand of Midas is at the lead for LFY right now.
Yep.
They're a line that can kind of take advantage of this, say 3-2 or 4-2 even in favor of Secret, Bush Pit or something similar, and be very.
Dragon is in the form of Inflame, TPing him. The Ravage TP is available. He's looking. He goes east, not west, away from the Ice Blast, and he'll the Ice Blast. Meanwhile, Medusa, no Ravage, but no TDC. Yapsaw finds the opportunity towards maybe not so perfect cover. Getting the stop, but they just move in for helping trees, and they got the Void. Your lead is already on for Inflame position, so the rest of LFY can continue the attack, which comes in the form is turned on. Monet stunned up night, but CTY really doesn't have a lot of heroes to work with. Finally nothing. Issue of no vision. And even then...
So, the Manta, there are a lot.
We're going full mushy.
It's that when there's like not particularly great things to Manta here, great Glow, I think will be more increase in damage.
Does make sense. Try and survive for now. Don't give too many kills over.
Yep.
But what do you build? Electro Buzz? Like, do we just give him the mount?
These BKBs. You can already tell that they're going to get older. Titan is getting BKB. You can definitely too.
So Skadi.
Skadi or Butterfly, I would say.
Yeah, because that's what I was Skadi without having to get Manta.
It's the mischance. But to actually kill this Tidehunter, the way it's looking, that if they go on the Tide, then because they don't actually have good ways to burst them down. Hood, I don't think is going to be enough damage.
Oh, they're giving some money over to Fada. Him. Going to boost up that armor from the 7 he's currently got.
So I would say Midas is still haven't paid them pretty close.
CTY is off cooldown. Give this man a creep.
Yeah, he was donations. I still think it's there. He's getting there.
Backing. Like, I almost want to work. Because they don't want to fight yet. Tide Ravage.
Fight if LFY come to them. They just want to be ready. Tide comes in with Ravage, they will get destroyed.
Or maybe that's what they're thinking. A lot of scribbles of it. So they don't know who's coming forward. Yapsaw underneath the Dire Sentry. Really doesn't do enough. Not in time. Seconds, no buyback available.
I still think Secret can take this fight with their big 2 team fight ultimates, but CTY, he does have his TP up, but if he doesn't TP with the next,
CTY is still fine. Witch Doctor actually moving aggressively into the box down near the tier 1 tower. So, but it's already done. It's already too late. Push up with this. Like, can they push up? Or
I think you can still go for pickoffs, because Secret are still trying to, despite, I think that's the right you can. If a hero dies, you'll still make farming so much of the map. So aggressively with the Tidehunter in particular, squishy, he's not going to be able to survive this.
Happy with the farm space. She just finished Manta style at 25 minutes in with that Lincoln Sphere.
Titan is still incredibly good at dealing with the Medusa though. Like the Stomp and the Earthing around trying to dodge things, and these 2 defensive items to get out of these in the fights. Or disabled.
Which will then keep the control up.
Yep.
But
they can't control up versus the BKBs though.
Oh, goodbye Pup.
BKB except for the Medusa.
Shadowblade initiation of Super CTY. What Monet's got tree in hand. They jump forward. It's going to walk into it, getting hit by it. So will Fada. Yapsaw, he's trying to tank it for help when he's hit by the Ice Blast. Finding his illusions of the Medusa. Will die. The cores remain alive.
And these are Secret. Like, I just don't think they can take a straight 5-on-5 without both of the Secret art to take a fight against it. But with one, just wait for it to come up. I mean, look at how aggressive he's just like, yeah, they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to be trying faster than we can kill them.
Yeah, funny with this creep wave when he hits it. Yep, he's got his full Shiva's guard if he can get his back at base for the moment. And CTY, well, he's down here with Pup, still with no Stone Gaze. They turn their attention and, well, Ice Blast and split up Puppy. He is a non-factor
Oh my
coming in
god!
through the side. BKB is finally popped by in flame. They can move closer towards the Tidehunter. He doesn't have a choice but to die. Yep, Spike Carapace, more space created over. Super. Now his BK. He wants to keep running out. There's the Dark Shadow Blade. Hits the Kale as any deny possibility. DDC's watching him. He can come Chitani with the stun from Yamsor. More space created, but will it be enough? When Deuce is put to sleep, but the fight can be paralyzing cask available, but they need the reveal walking onto the cover of a Shadow Blade and probably to the shrine to regenerate. That is
was just not there for almost the entirety of that fight. Goodness, I thought Tidehunter was tanky. Ridiculous.
Let's have a look at it again. So the deleted
damage he has right here.
So look, also notice
if he still had the damage.
The plate mail's in his backpack. It wasn't actually on him, so he didn't have.
Good point.
On TP scroll to come out, and then he didn't have it.
Good point.
Anyway, so he'll switch that out for his soul. Got that in his inventory now. So the pickup on Super, nice attempt. If this would have actually been a catastrophe fight for Team.
This is like pretty. Like they have the T1 up, meanwhile Secret don't land, but I'm not exactly sure what Tiny was output.
It's the LFY smoke gang. They are looking for a target at the same time.
And now they just waste any value out of the Aegis at all.
Target, there's your blink forward from Super. It's this, the stomp, it won't catch a secondary water very quickly, so Secret lose their vision. Only hits on moment.
Their BKB charges are actually running a little bit low in LFY too. They are just...
You're 7 seconds on the Dragon Knight.
Guys,
and that
hold
ET
your money.
On a sure it works, right?
Is it on Elder Titan? Elder Titan has 8 seconds. Okay, he hasn't been burning that much.
Oh. And the BKB is on Elder Titan.
I mean, look at Tide's items though. Tide looks like he should be taking a toss combo.
Well, he never has a chance to...
Well, I mean, still, he has a lot of passive magic resistance. Natural Order is not that OP. Okay, yeah, Elder Titan's level 20.
A lot of job offers in that phone book.
So ET counters first.
CTY, he just... But LFY, they continue with no Dragon Fall for 27 seconds. Roshan still up in a minute.
This is the fight that they need to win. It's about that time where Medusa does have enough amounts of damage. Scotty, yeah, you definitely want these items versus Matt. A mistake, I would say.
Could be one. Night Stalker.
Yeah, maybe just to find the Nyx. For, I don't know what you get. Pipe Vlad might be another consideration over you always want to pipe. And then Vlad's, I think, for the armor to deal with the Medusa, with the Death Ward, and some physical coming out from Tide, especially
Tiny. Also level 22 on the Tiny, 32 minutes in. Medusa's illusions are farming.
Monet is going to get next. He needs MKB to deal with the Medusa, but he also could get Silver Edge.
Not really much of a problem, so you may not have to get that.
Yeah, but you're a 6-letter right now. So a bigger item like a Monkey King bar, or do you Silver Edge, which is not ideal, or do you want to do it early on? Or you could sell your SNY for MKB. Freaking Elder Titan's going for a Monkey King bar.
Yamsor's hunting him. Lane CTY is going to rotate over. They're trying to get the Spirit. Oh, Yamsor's going to miss. Okay, maybe he will have a hard time getting the damage in, but he's got it anyway.
This was not counting for the fact that he would get it. That's actually an amazing build.
And he's still an extra 5,000 net worth behind her.
Oh, he's definitely done more damage than Medusa. Medusa does not kite people. You're supposed to kite Medusa.
The upside of running away from an ET. Like, that's a lot to fight.
How much damage he's going to do with less net worth than
Secret, they're already there! The ET split off! Nice blast! Secret will lose everything! Clear the bus. Team Secret are getting wrecked.
This is, I mean, I have never seen a Medusa look
tanky Tidehunter. You're meant to have.
This
and
is just,
she even got a stone gaze off, but it had no.
They even turned to stone. ET most damage. 33.
That splitter though, like the Ice Blast looks a disaster moment, but at the floor, the blast.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Because we were talking about he just guy.
It begs the question. From Team Secret, they did it yesterday, they do it today. LFY seems like they've got a very... They can't even return damage. Like, there's a... you can actually disarm multiple heroes. So let's look at it again. In, out, the Ice Blast is nice. The splitter combo...
Tankiest hero is just immediately dead at the start. When you're these heroes, you don't ever...
Oh, Secret thought they were signing up for BKB from... They'll get the dust off, so vision onto Super, but no damage, so he just walks away. Ravage available.
Oh man, Medusa getting BKB.
She's gonna get the chance to pop that off.
When you know you're really in big trouble. I've seen it occasionally versus anti-mage, like mana burned.
Yeah, but in this game, the combination that's going to hit you at the start is that it's not going to be able to react.
She has Lincolns though.
She have something else.
It's the Avalanche.
So potentially he could actually trigger the Lincolns
fight last time, so Lincolns don't do anything versus that. It still has that heavy physical damage.
But they're about to lose their tier 4 towers. It's like a base through the bot lane.
He has
if they don't tier 4s, but Super trying to stop it. Look, well, appetizing.
Nice soccer though, so if they do not get the jump,
they're ripping apart the base. Or not in range of Puppey, just short. Thanks to the Aghanim Scepter of Fu. Puppey wants to run out. Yapsaw comes DK.
It's a small benefit, especially with that's the only thing that's really going to slow you down. So ET barely.
Oh, ace.
If he hits 2,
do they see that?
It's very obvious.
And he blinked
back front. All's good.
Well, they're going to try. Afu gets the vision for him, and here comes LFY. They want the fight. They don't actually. What? We're actually taken off by the beat. Oh, god damn the sleep! He can't ravage! Stonegate's from seeing the creeps!
He has BKB, he has Earth Splitter, see him roll them.
I want to see that with Crystallis. Oh boy, he's going to hit like trying to do Roshan. So here's your first. Spirit into the pit. Start with a DDC's thinking about it. He'll break them with the Ice Blast flying forward. Medusa needs to die. The Ice Blast, El-Canalable. At least they brought down the deacon to Monet. Will be out, but that was kind of the last little play. Yapsaw's trying to run out. This is in a tree. It's over. It really, you're gonna lose Roshan. Top lane with the clock on it. In the next 3.
I want to see the Daedalus Elder.
What can help me? Protect me, Disc. With the punches, the Daedalus on Tiny to hit like a truck. Forward. The stun, quick blink. Actually, not what he wanted. Have Lisa Shiva's got no Ravage available. ET. Oh boy. Plus that ET, combining it with the crit. Super is low. He actually doesn't. So Super properly dies. Ignis Immortal. Fu is currently ticking, but it won't send him critical. They lock Scepter. They cancel off the stop. The streaks are being ended. 223,000 net worth behind. But it's something.
Those maybe.
More. Just a couple.
So some interesting in this game.
What do you want to go for?
Medusa or Caesar not great blink. Why is he not dying? And then at this point, because they have to spend that extra 2.5 seconds killing him, and this is 1 line of damage.
Well, for the first time, the Titan didn't just evaporate well by that blink daggering Nova. LFY just had to back up. Of course, acid and sting attacks also on the LFY players. Heroes escaping on 1 HP. Interesting things that were on your mind in this game.
The Tide. Not really explored much by other why just still being crazy. Crazy.
Well, that Observer Ward next to the Ancients closer towards Roshan. So LFY just back up for a little bit longer. His actually, what do you do with the 3/3 Plague Wards are really good, but the thing he's going to hit in the fight. So do you still get it?
You're likely going to get Mega, so
I think he needs to defend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aghanim Scepter as well.
The Elder Titan might actually agility.
Plague Wards down. The Avalanche after wave, but in comes Super. They want the Orc to make sure of it. Stonegate is fighting with the Ravage. Monet, Death Ward, he pushed away. And into the Death Ward, the BKB won't protect him from that. It's Monet, however, beyond godlike. He's on 69 HP. They can't now. Too many heroes lost. They continue to rampage into the why. They just want push into game 2 with the 1-game advantage. But the tier 4 towers exposed with the creep waves coming in.
Yeah.
It looks hopeless for Secret.
LFY right there to dodge Ravage. They actually played around the AI on this quite well too, because you have to build all stat items on Medusa, and you just take away almost never builds natural. And this game, Medusa is going for AC, one of the most common core pickups versus an.
So much damage during this fight, they backed up to Shrine and heal.
It just dies almost at the start of the fight.
Break the smoke, but too many 4-stars, too many items. So much
only for so long. Too many things to deal with too, like this. On Night Stalker is also amazed. The -8 second crippling fear, like.
Well, we come back live. Tide Rackens. DK just completed his entire as well for the Night Stalker. He's not getting the Daedalus.
Well, I had this question earlier whether or not Nullify Aeon does. I assume that it does. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe it's one of those status resistance work on Does it
Just null everything. Is currently listening to the stream as well as maybe the panel. Would love to know the answer. Ice Blast. Oh, CTY. No, it just came out for a bit of a... And TP home. Now down to without it. Witch Doctor picked off as well as the D-Ward. But now the Blade Mail is done up for Medusa. She just wants to survive to kill themselves on her. The only hope she kind of has. Super attacking into the tier 4 tower just to split their defense up a little bit more.
Was popped. This is really bad.
Oh, the catches 3 heroes. Do they have a fall-off? Split it's onto Medusa. Same with the Ice Blast. They hold her in position. The care is regeneration. It's a game well played. LFY take game.
I have to give the MVP to Inflame. Dominating on the Elder Titan.
The pick of the
both definitely.
For them.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to load up?
He did 20,000. Super did 20. Pretty impressive. Very, very strong in that game.
Much out of Team Secret, but like they were playing for the late game, they were playing for the game in. Like you expect Venomancer to have high damage, you're through the roof for damage output. 31,000 damage out this, higher than, but at the end of the day, Team Secret game won.
The double Midas plan.
The double Midas plan did not pay off. Cannot wait for it.
Absolutely. Let's stay away from the Book of Alliance right now. Well done. Thanks. Back at the panel. A 47-minute game for what many will look at.
Learned something here today.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Does
oh my
get
God.
very big. Yeah.
What the hell?
Where do we start with looked at through this game? I guess the is the CT1.
Yeah, there were some questions. Level 13 not having ulti. It was a little bit rough.
Just stone if he's already a rock. CTY ponders this while he levels more.
It's so ridiculous in this game. Like, the ET, they did it one other Atos, so it wasn't as much KB. But this game, he just worked together and it fit perfectly.
The attempt at Secret going into Roche off map, right? It was unfortunate that Secret happened. LFY was in that area anyway, but I think it was trying to do Roshan with 5 heroes off mapping, right? Because you're 5 heroes off map as well. So if you're both heroes off map, but what about Roche? You know, Secret just get that around a Roshan pit or any kind of area where they're able to get a good stomp off from Dragonite, good cleave from the other Titan with his ultimate, and look at this. He ends up living off of, like, he literally had a bar on that top right. Like, look at it. He's the
Tidehunter, you're supposed to be the one that served. Tidehunter was just like paper. You know, he had his plate mail on him, and it felt like he just couldn't live. It was rough.
absurd.
It was rough, but it was also 47 minutes. Which
Look at the craft, though. Like, I don't know. Those last 10 minutes were...
Because our friends in production...
And
difference.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, obviously didn't expect that to go any further than that. I think it was up to 28k.
Most of the time when you're 20k, shortly after that Roshan fight, you're just like, oh, for Secret, one of those first Roshans were there at that point in time. And that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I expect like DOTA to outcarry. I underestimated the hell out of Elder Titan.
No argument on the MVP here.
Breaking the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Cap, you're an off-lane with this hero.
Because both.
I'm sorry.
Elder Titan isn't like, so I don't know. Last time we were running ET, that was a long time ago.
It was a
but
long time ago.
I don't know. There was crafting about the fact that you do get a lot of level 15 talent. There are supposed to be a lot of talents that give you. I mean, really, literally telling you like, hey, I want you to try and build this damage dealer. And now he's before, but it never reached this point. It just went out of control. It's not like we're gonna look back on Elder Titan being first ban every single. That there are some limitations to this super well, and he really did on its best foot.
He did.
Right? There was no question.
Take a break. Very much want here. Lots of questions to answer. Home in game number 2. We'll be back very short. Masters 2017.
剑道的真谛。他的勇气。 身法，后来婉转。定了，修行的意义不只是磨练技，更应是赛服，挥剑绝浮云。
Hi for the Perfect World Masters 2007 between Team Secret and LFY up, just a game away from making the top 20. Two other Chinese teams in the through representing North American Dota on Thanksgiving Day, and we're one of the way in this draft, boys. No,
where he was like leaned over and he was looking over.
That looked like the look he gave him yesterday on the bus home.
That's the Zeus opening you're doing right now, puppy.
It's going crazy, man.
Are we going on?
I mean, you know,
it's sort of different.
Yeah, okay, really different. But it's
the
not
only way it gets Willow. You know, like they just break the goal.
I mean, the thing is it's something they've run before, though. At the very least, that they're probably very comfortable with, and maybe you just want to get that last game out of his fee. Picking up what he's putting down.
Yeah, to Tiny, right? Like that's just straight up what it is. Like range nuker, this percentage-based damage. Maybe.
Assuming this is a should be good.
Yeah. The Chinese voice actors, it's amazing. The Earth Spirit.
This is so good. Love it. Love it. I love that trailer as well, my favorites, which is why we keep playing it.
Spirit Breaker Zeus opening, you want to try and get another like very strong there with Tiny taken. I kind of wondering if we maybe
the next 3 picks. I'll call them all. Zeus mid. All right. They're gonna pick. We're gonna go for a Fury on off lane. Paul. Can you guess what the last pick is? Oh, it sounds like the global strategy.
Right.
You like those types of drafts.
It's fine. But it's, I guess.
That's not what they're going for, obviously. But it's just,
wow, all right. Well, let's current meta and go back to the previous one.
Yeah, Fata actually was. They were taking it in the off lane with Pugna. It could do here, which is a lot of magical damage burst through that Tiny.
Yeah, they're...
Sorry, they're smiling in this. Maybe it will become apparent in picks 4 and 5. Yeah, they're doing it down there. You realise this is live?
Puppy just opens up a notebook. It's time. With Zeus and
I do want to bring up the fact that this could be their last game of the tournament. And when teams usually the most. Doesn't look like that.
Between these 3 win rate between them. That's the thing. I feel like they're all. What is he doing?
This is the part where Puppy, they go the close up on his glasses. Puppy, do the push up on your glasses. It's time.
I feel like as it is right now, I can't not take them because they got to have something in their mind that you don't.
And I most assuredly will. Okay, so we have a lot of synergy with these 2 heroes. Decrepify not working with bristleback spells. What I actually mean is Decrepify, we're just on that one. Decrepify will break a right click. I mean, the Zeus. Decrepify is actually stronger than he used to.
Got the giggles, man.
That absolutely broken me.
Seriously? And then I just looked at Pugna and Bristle and you can't diffuse a blade. It's going to be quite strong. They do have a lot of burst damage against the Death Prophet that is just really going to suffer. They're going to run some sort of aggression lanes. I don't know how Bristleback 1v1 against Bristleback aggro tri-lane against the Tiny, and then they have the Tide or the Zeus 1v1 against. I can't say exactly what it is for sure. Win like multiple lanes here.
Because that was something that, combo the answers for purging off. It feels like they have some now as well. So it's another sort of like
things to steal.
He can only steal from like lightning bolts.
looks happy with himself.
But like none of Spirit Breaker you're happy with, and I don't think you're is a little bit curious. But very well rounded. You've got this nice combination fight. Like you could very easily see LFY winning by like 25 minutes and going high up, still being competitive. So
It has everything together.
it Aghanims on DOTA, turn them to stone. So then, damage.
You were trying to convince yourself.
Yeah, when I started talking about like pretty much the only way that Secret wins, and they win that lane as well as the 1v1 that they're trying to set up for Zeus.
I think so.
And we're gonna have I think they want the Bristleback against the Tiny, right? Like physical damage hero. Last one, then DOTA goes mid, and Pugna's gonna match up against the Tide Hunter. So the DOTA
anyway.
It's a big jump start to whatever this strategy is.
Because I think it would be very unfair after a crazy. The commentary team are ready for that game too. Secret on the rack.
Something different, something unusual.
With the first phase Zeus.
They have. Their combination is also really... Cap is, like, currently time. Like, he can't... Secret. Can you find a way?
Oh, I don't know if the Bristleback stacks get taken off by status resistance. Terrible for Bristleback, but so that would be
so we know during there.
Well, resistance is so low, but once it gets they just have this weird mix of amplification. Like normally with after support, like they had last game with the Death Ward, and then you have that's pretty obvious synergy. But here, it's literally cannot do any damage, and also literally do no damage during.
On the bright side, YapzOr's got better ability to steal kills globally. Comes through the power of
a pretty fantastic forward position Zeus, and I think
this sort of reminds me of like AUI kind of stuff, and then just literally blast.
You could see Tiny actually dying in this level,
especially with Spirit Breaker rotations, and that's right because it's going to be a happen. But
he's getting charged on top.
He's just back in the tower, but after he's crossed the tree line,
that was a little close.
Yeah, comes a little bit of heroes initiating in, leaves the duel on duel. As he did last time to the Mystic Snake, having the Dragon Blood regeneration to work. Have to have a harder lane in the mid.
At least it's going to be a little bit of a better team spawn last game.
Aggressive against Fada. Have a creep wave with him. YapzOr's waiting for the right over the top of the Dire Observer Ward. Back up to the Tier 1 tower.
What a great Observer Ward. Usually that's...
Oh, they go. The Quill Sprays do start to stack up, however, this. Oh, sorry, you're saying like the usual.
But that place was nerfed on the Radiant next the Roshan pit. But this is holding his own 1-on-3.
So he would have had the kill. There's 7-1 charges on Inflame, so he's got a little of extra max high. Walk underneath the ward and reveal your positioning. But moving between the lanes from LFY to be a little bit more difficult. DD Tide have this one-on-one with Ace Wings. Online. You got the 2-2 combination. Decrepify. Then you got your blast with the creep wave pushing onto the tower. Monet. First, Decrepify is going to have absolutely no...
At least Monet does have that magic stick already. He actually has two branches at the start. Ace is too low bottom lane anymore. But at the same time, I still in reserve in case they do try and gank him. So let's see how the early fine start.
CT he's got a little bit left. The consumables definitely have to come to this Wands and TP's home. And then very little. Spirit Breaker still waiting top lane. And here it comes. Going to go too far away. And Rubik just picks him up. Spirit Breaker is that Rubik with R4 arriving. Who will claim the first group being the initiators.
I think Puppy just didn't think he was going to be able to get a kill. But you complete the charge. Like, oh yeah, I'll get some mana. Make them use some regen and then he can grab the bounty room. Really nice TP in from Afu to secure.
It's that quick grab. Perfect follow-up as well. Almost as a vision up for him to get a proper charge.
For that reason, the low cast point to deal with the super important when you're dealing with your cores that have to build like cloaks and stuff. He might still build one.
I didn't realize just how much. He's 9-1 against 22.
I mean, he's getting dumpstered about as badly as Super is in the mid lane, so, you know, it's 1 for 1.
What was it, mid? 14-7 to the 24.
So, that's another, what, 6-7
CFI that comes down around the 4-5 minute mark. We're seeing everything the Team Secret bring to them to make some good decisions. I'm actually just pulling the bottom lane, but Inflame's going to put a great can of water now in the form of the support Zeus.
Those are cheaper than sentries. Much wouldn't he want to group up in 5-man, which I'm a little surprised he didn't. And they are up against the Deuce ability to take it late game, this game.
I thought for a moment the ES might roam 14 in towards Super, rolling boulder, trying to create some space here. Arfu able to do so with just a little bit longer with the kick. Wand into soaring. Or bot lane, I should say. Avalanche, toss, Dusa, thrown back in.
Buy any items. Or I think Stone Gaze at 6. It would not have.
He's moving so quickly. Thanks to that. Hey, Fada. The Spirit Breaker charging over into Decrepify Blast into Monet. Does a deep to salve up
the siege creep and then manage to take
CTY. He's been the punching bag of LFY, and there's a lot of stuff. The shields this time, and Arfu is low on life.
He actually canceled the
Arfu is war.
Arfu. Maybe one Death probably would clean up with that much value out of the Ghost. This T1 tower in the mid lane. So perfect defense.
That is, oh my lord. 3 point up in the anchor smash. Force Ace into retreat once more on a small stack himself. A triple. Dangerous thing to do on the field. He's actually the #1 net worth.
It's especially dangerous considering they don't have a shrine to go.
He had to have just. Arfu will keep eyes on it. Top lane, Decrepify, Blast. They're starting off the Avalanche of Monet. And also that he caught him with that telekinesis. Currently, with a bodyguard.
Spirit Breaker.
Oh god, that triple stack is about enough money at this point in the game. Ace, surprisingly, with it so much, I got one with the Quill Spray. And one with a hit. Tide's almost level 8 now.
Yep, and Earth even after the help of the neutrals. You know, they're probably going to do something similar. Like if you're LFY, you're like, okay, they're just going to try and get probably better plays than they did around, relative to last game. Like Afu died, I think, one time, pretty unnecessary. See how big it is. Try and interrupt it. You have stacks if you have the vision.
Now they've only got one aggressive Observer Ward. That's actually the one that's being who's drawing that weird box. See me somewhere here.
Over at some point. Madness on Medusa. He's off to a pretty decent start, but I do like the late game, so they just need to survive the mid game.
Oh, where's that? There's DDC once again, running escort duty. Advantage tower-wise, they have brought down one T1. Pogden was able to do that right now. Fight drain, SB charges. They will be able to complete this out, and LF1 triggering the exorcism.
He almost got that right there.
The back turn to Super as long as he can. Keep the Quill Spray stacks coming up. He is on a Decrepifying and Drain. He's killing off Death Prophet for the silence. It's the Yapsaw in the tree. Super so low. You'll see Yapsaw who will fight. The backline was kind of ripped a little bit.
Their T1 tower's alive, so yeah, two of their cores died, but trading extra for secret.
And Medusa's getting time to attack into the T1 tower in mid. He has more mana for him to steal.
Better start in the pace of the game's 4-man defend towers while CTY.
That's exactly what they do. Ace now with the completed Hood of Defiance. So needs it in this game. I'm just going to rely on Fada and Yapsaw to sync up. We will be farming up with that Mask of Madness, so it's going to accelerate her move.
You can just have the Bristle sit in front of the tower. Killing him with Exorcism, possibly. What she's vulnerable to right now is physical. But he'll probably build a Silver Edge at some point. But Ace has a long...
I wonder if Ace actually tries to start contesting. They're going to have a lot of stacks.
I don't know.
First kick, pushing CT. He missed the timing on it. Now the stop, bringing in the extra. 0 points in null field, so no resistance.
Gilly up null field.
Yep. He's all point blank. They had the magnetizer. Is there? Maybe there's enough with the one charge. The CTY backing up them, killing him off with the gush.
Ooh, what a great toss away. Ace was about there. Field, your team just got obliterated.
Outfield really going to do that much compared like with
level 1's 10%, man.
See the build coming out from both of them.
Yeah, I think he has to build a hood maybe after the deals. I get it.
I was thinking, what else do you have with the amplification? Like, actually outside of Zeus, because right now he's building in for what have we actually got? He's Kaya build for Yapsaw, and we've already got the Ethel to an Aeon disc. That's what's in his quick buy.
Interesting. This game,
to be honest, I thought they were going to as well as the Dagons and just start magic popping everybody. Prophet, I suppose she can build a beak. Inflame will build whatever the hell he wants.
They probably need multiple pipes.
What's controlling? Like, unless Puppy's got Nether Strike, they're not going to get much.
They had a Yules before that. They just need Hood. That was just too much damage.
4-man smoke up to get rid of these Observer Wards. Another attack. He tries to back up. Silent, just let YapzOr die. The Observer Ward will get picked off later, but they'll look for more.
And that's what LFY want to do, and Secret are just super keen on defending their T1, but it looks like this one may
TP for it. Tidehunter's already stolen. Lightning Bolt, Death Prophet. On top of him, Ace did one chance of Fireball, burns up the hood. The hood, the Ravage, it'll connect. Ace revealed in the trees. The Core Spray, 41 HP, went down to Medusa. It's not enough. In Flames, fire into the blast will be more than enough damage to bring down the Tidehunter. They defeat the call from Captain Puppy.
I think they would have won that fight handily. He would have bold heal, and then they would have killed the Pugna. Earthspeeder would have backline. But Bristle is just, yeah, he's dying, but he is just for extra sustain on those T1 tanks. 2/3 HP, and LFY still had.
Monet, gonna. Well, okay, yeah, that's all protect you. They shall not sync up together. And the hood. Yeah, Bristle is tanky, as you said.
He's like just. Bristle's generally just a pretty. Any blink daggers on their side yet, too. I toss them away and make sure that you can get to the Zeus, who is going to be outputting.
Really good Observer Ward from Team Lightning Bolt. The Rubik has. He does have the Nether Strike, so if he wants to try, but for now, Team Secret, physical damage plus 100 and back. Working with.
Offlaner and their mid are actually playing together. Like, yeah, look like it. CTY and Fada are actually fighting together, so you know this is going to have as poor of an early game. Ace of Ravages by Fada and Oasis look like a cohesive unit, but this game, you know, well, getting a lot of farm on the Medusa and very trying to scramble to find out how it is not meant to play a long. I don't think Tidehunter's farm is going to be enough to make
one tower on top. Ace instantly he can pick up his treads from the side shop while he's there.
I think this is probably where you just fight somewhere else along the map. Use your ultimates, get some towers, open up the map so you can rotate us. Because you kind of have to read that move coming out from LFY. You see TP, they're going to make a play on the opposite side of the map.
Zone is up for Medusa. She's looking to convert that into.
Well, Moonshard or Mjolnir. Oh, AC.
Just put AC into the quick buy.
That would be my maybe fourth choice.
Why?
It is CTY. I thought why this early? But usually you just get Butterfly if you want the armor. Maybe he just wants to help his team out a lot.
About pushing up close. Here comes the charge forward. Arfu with it away. He tanks the Decrepify as well. Oh boy, the range. And Team Secret, they're hoping for a rebuttal. Super would have been. Now they're going to lose the Nether Ward to Super. CTY still continuously.
I'm
waiting for him to buy the
CTY.
plate mail now. To like just pack by the plate mail.
I just can't read.
He's tossing up. Maybe he's like buy. Please suggest item.
It does make up coming out from them. Like there's not that much damage coming out from Tiny. He went for Shadowblade, SNY, and straight damage.
It can't even be talent push, right? From your Nether Blast.
Maybe it's tower defense.
Maybe. Ace, keep that back turn, but trouble when DDC picks him up. Turns the back, but still the Quill Spray is stacking up, but DDC will have enough life to survive.
I would say even that's probably slightly Secret favored, just because it's actually going to just do incredible amounts of damage in this game. There's no disarms, there's no mischance.
He's like, what, 100, 200 gold short? Because while that fight was going up on top lane, rapidly approaching. I'm surprised he actually didn't just pick up these, so we can spam with them too.
One A on this.
Blast drain, here comes. Blast will help with that. He burning through his life. Support will arrive, YapzOr. And that will allow burn. Well, he already had the mech, got the full pipe off. So he's got pipe and Team Secret. They're going for Roshan from the 2 points up in Nasal Goo.
And still 1 minute left on Ravage, even with Exorcism.
Man, his damage up stacks. Inflame, walking in, he have the Ravage available, but it's just to lose the Nasal Goo stacks unless Ace believes. Instead, he just gives the one charge to the LFY, moving in closer. Exorcism 2. He triggers the Exorcism. Can Team caught a little bit further up? They'll hold him in for the back. And now they can turn their Inflame will dive the attack. The mech charges off in time. Puppy will charge forward. The Magnetize turns onto the Medusa. As Team Secret lose 3. And then they push the mid-tier. Only will they claim 3 hero kills. 59 HP. Fada may as well just begin. Exorcism, it just won't. But Monet found a double damage rune.
Really poor positioning by Secret. That is not where you want to run to, because at that point, but they had the Stone Gaze, and they just got obliterated because of Bristle. No Bristle back. I mean, they're actually so good at making the tiny tossing him towards them, or the
Guarantees so they can move on to the next target in case you don't get such a great opening like
he
this.
down to the south. He's completely isolated in a ward, and he is just made out of paper. At that,
You're fighting a Tidehunter with no Ravage.
yeah, I think it's just your natural the Tidehunter's Ravage as a front line and allowing your and having no support, just fight losing, and Roshan will.
Yep.
Maybe he needs the Manta to get,
Like we're going full Hurricane Pike into
do just more damage, right?
reposition against heroes like Death Prophet out or Tiny.
It's just really tough, and the Stone gets team fight spells for them.
Or DDC ends up stealing Mystic Snake.
Even the maybe not even the Pugna wards are on their side. Like, so I don't actually. If they can get Stone Gaze off in the fight, they might still see for them to have some way for him to get out of that silence coming out from Super. Either, I mean, Force Step is also good too. You can just kind of cut out.
Blink Dagger is over. They have that jump in the Yule Scepter, and he's almost got the Octarine. Like, a grand and a half short, and that's money if they can push down another tier 1.
Like, if he even had it. I don't even know.
He's going for the build I thought he was going to, which is the Dagon pop. The Weasel.
He didn't have Dagon. If he had Dagon, that Tidehunter dies.
Move on to the
They
next
move on to
target.
the next target, right? So it's actually
Seemed to be like a big portion of it. Oh, are they going to go?
They have the Silver
There's
Edge.
the lightning bolts. They can see it. Nasia, he's trying to keep that distance. Silver Edge. Oh, he will at the last second of it. He was able to hit the bristle back, snapping the still alive in the trees. The Ravage will catch him. Medusa, no Stone Gaze. The Silence is denying it. Puppy will charge forward. Will do it, but there's no mana for the stage. It's gone. Puppy is gone. A triple kill for Monet. And the only immortal dive into the brutal savage and possibly wet. Fighter. All heroes from.
Man, I actually thought Secret were in a really good position. I like their drafts, decent amount. I like this and the Death Prophet ultimates, but it's been super costly for nothing. It got popped by a gush of all things in the fight. Gaze, by the time she was out of the silence, she had no mana.
Yep.
So Bristle's probably like, what?
He was also super unlucky that he got hit by the last second of Sergeant, just like half a second longer, and they had to clip him on the edge of the Ravage to do that final round. It would have been very, very different.
Or if you had better
Tiny
items,
connected.
it would just be so much. Or if you're CTY, you know that they're going to silence you, and you have Mask of Magic early. Pop that, like, super early on, no problem, and then, go back into the... Or just kite away from Exorcism. Just trade Stone Gaze for Exorcism. That also have just not gotten value out of
Chamafu right on the mud.
Spirit Vessel is all Spirit picked it up. Spirit Vessel on the pup. Use it on the Medusa heal. Also awesome. And eventually maybe on the Bristleback too if he goes for the or if he gets Light Trade by Pugna. That item is just amazing.
Around their tier 2 tower in smoke, they want to wrap around and fight on bottom. Observer and said smoke as Ace looks for a target. It's Armfu starts with a kick and the Rabbit like the White Walkers. You ain't stopping this. They will burn through the radio from all friends. And the CTY sits in base, wondering.
Afu has been really good with his Earth Spirit this season.
He gets the trade with the Cripify. Oh, it looked nice for half a second, and maybe they could have got them forward, and he knows that ain't gonna happen.
Level 200 health talent.
Vada's playing with him. As the panel was asking before, I wonder why teams like they've just decided with this series just...
Dota's fun, man. Although losing not as much fun. Like game heroes in the game, but I think it's kind of close. If they lose one more Roche, it might be Rapier.
By not going the Stone Gaze duration, like, just give me 800 mana, let me survive
Dude,
a little
800 mana is just the stand ridiculous amounts. Take steal because he's always silent. CTY, you do you, man.
Dagon level 1 is up now for Fada. Zeus is still trying to work about 900-ish gold away from
No field already. No field. Plus with the inside aura.
It's probably those ether lenses and like any amplification.
I think a Force Staff though might help a little bit more. Zeus is out of trouble because Zeus is not with static. You'll like just not that much relative to what kind of magic resistance they have. Like Death Team Fight, maybe like maybe 60% magic resistance.
Well, CTY is coming out with like full, while the rest of LFY coming over. There's no increase in stats. He still doesn't need quick.
They do need more damage. He doesn't need to tank up. But Death probably was sitting without the inside aura. So that is
Doesn't see where CTY is at the moment. TY is keeping a very close eye, so hiding in the tree line. That is not the case. We're grouping up around Roshan, but he's another minute and 15 seconds away from spawn.
Which she might with a snake. She's actually showing him. So glad to take this fight right now.
Look down through top lane, come up behind the rest of Team Flame. They move in forward, and okay, Ace runs away, but it won't stop him Flame from blinking himself forward. Gets the just like the spirit of.
As soon as CTY shows on bottom, you take a fight without CTY there. But nice on LFY for capitalizing on the CTY. Like, what are they doing up top?
Space created for CTY. I know. You got your level.
Goodness, look at Ace's net worth. He's number 6, close number 6.
Which is really sad because here we go again. Now pick up by DDC. The Stone Gate is going to help this one. Let's Puppy suicide charge. It's under Fana. He can't get blind back. 3 of them. At least you've got Fana protected, but then again, maybe not. The out the big fight right now, Team Secret. Forward, Ace creating some trouble. Out, the Rubik will fall. So say goodbye in that null field. Puppy will die. Goes right a little bit too late. They didn't get the empty. And LFY still in hot rich. They cannot. Team Secret is down while this Roshan is alive.
Oh, Medusa down.
They have to get.
You have to try if they knew that.
That would require vision. But don't worry, Afu has a look. Secret smoking in. They got to look for that. The first one in. They can do Roshan. Ace has already got a couple of warpaths. No vision from LFY. No, you're going to let him have it. This is Aegis and the way of Team Secret.
Yeah, I think you can for that. You can actually take a fight. LFY. And they,
wait, CTY! He walked into him! He'll come back on! He burns the cheese now! The still Death Prophet trapped in the trees, causing so many problems, and the double fighter! Top super for goods! DOTA is down on a dieback. It is a problem. Yamsor is on his way.
Woo, double damage on top damage. Sitting at 500.
Save time, so it was there at the exact...
well,
they didn't even use...
You know things are going rough if you have to decrepify your Medusa. That's when you know things are...
Oh, you're purposefully built... You're looking to pop somebody. Mid lane rotation, they've already taken beat down a little bit more. The creep wave finishes the job. He wants to try and defend this by himself. PUBG, well played. LFY will 2-0 out Perfect World Masters.
In the mid game, Secret did. It was just, they were always just missing like one piece this thing. The one piece in their draft, one piece in their side. Inflame just looked like an absolute 100. He was actually a big threat even without the much damage. It was just so aggressive that they had to do something about him. Super, he played A for Superman.
It's fantastic now that you get the offlaner being the highlight player. Yeah. Like, where all times his Ravagers, it was only 4-man Ravagers with their attack, with their initiation, and the ET in game 1 was also...
You don't want to build that, but on an offlaner, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then fought the item.
Is it going to be your new...
Well, in game 2, I did not like it at all.
No. Seemed to have the same mindset as the drama. Maybe you would have had the amplification, so... Things a little bit disjointed, but of course Team Secret why continue the good fun, and in a second, because the panel, you know, they want to talk about it. They want to.
Always, Toby. Always. Thanks very much, Toby1 and Malini with the commentary on. We're going to wrap things up, of course, on that match and talk about the day as from LFY in the perfect series.
We were just able to, I think, like, Secret didn't just roll. Point to, so CTY's choice. Holy cow. Like, that tied behind you, you pop that ultimate.
You can never miss the ulti.
That
you
is
can't miss
true.
the ulti anyway. Yeah, it was rough. There were a lot of things. I think that these little interactions, there was a blow up, I think the DP in the middle, the life drain, pieces that felt had a draft that was solid, and I think it speaks to the fact that when you come out of a team that has to adjust, and if they don't come up with the right answers, you're still going to dominate.
And go, yeah, that didn't work, but pointed out in his interview earlier on that they are structurally sit down and practice. They're just literally going from to a tournament and so on. Yeah. Right now, they're going to have learned something from this.
Yeah. For example, Aeondus is a bad item. That's right. Aeondus not.
Don't.
Over is that Secret would have looked like gods. They would have like geniuses.
Absolutely,
if this draft worked.
Yeah.
Run over entirely. Like maybe at 20 minutes they started getting run over, but you could see that they were like the first time that they went like he was at like over 50% HP and they just decrepitly died. You know, that was a really CTY like actually picking faster. Like it was a better look for him as well as one was in general just farming was with the builds that we've seen from him. There was the Bristleback had the tier 1 and the four people were trying to focus him. Yeah, they forgot what hero. All of them pretty much. Like he brought the Death Prophet to just like one quill left. That lineup that like if they just couldn't, because you would have seen the snowball effect go the other way. But LFY was by far the MVP of the whole, and looks really good on LFY.
Monet, another great game from me. I know that you both. He's just having a fabulous tournament, isn't he?
You're like players that I think have the reason I think that's really cool for him is because he's been through all of it. But it feels like with this iteration of becoming that player that everybody thought he could be for a long time, and the mid roll and not looking great there or something. But ET.
He likes tanky heroes. Look good on tanky heroes.
Yeah. Let's wrap up on the day. And bring everyone up to speed on where we are. And to start from the best of ones, they're now both great day for both.
Yeah, absolutely. And surprisingly, I don't think that of a shift, like a shake here. And I was so sure that LFY would just cream through Vega duo. I think both those strength, whatever reasons, they ended up getting Secret. Yep. LFY got knocked down by even though they were lower bracket teams from the get-go to be able to do well.
Lyrical, I want to point this out to you as we look at the bracket right now. Here's a fun fact. We're all from Group A, the weak group.
I was actually going to point out from Group B to get there. That's the other thing that's really cool about this. I think that it just goes to happen. And anybody can show up, particularly on the talks of Superior were probably inflated. Clearly, these are some good teams.
To Secret, they'll finish 5th, 6th alongside Kingwin. Both are going to be quite very last-minute kind of thing, and the great first minor that they've had a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very impressed by Kingwin. That panel segment, Lacoste was like, everyone's trying to on it. No, Kingwin, that wasn't me.
Yours looks okay. Maybe if it gets a bit...
Kingwin would definitely impress me, and I look forward to flying for another minor, and possibly a major. So I've
got 3 games tomorrow, Lyrical. Can anyone stop Vici Gaming, though, marching all the way to the grand final in 2 days?
I think Vici are going to be in the grand final, and I think they're going to do it. I think that it's really, really tough right now. They're happen.
Okay. You don't think LFY might make a...
I was actually going to say...
They've looked the second best team out of the 4. No disrespect.
I would definitely agree with that. I think that LFY may be the team that's going to ramp up, and they are going to take in this rematch
the first time round as well. We all know that. And the final team in this last 4 is the underdog, DOTA, who haven't won a minor or a major. Is this finally their time? I don't want to curse them, but is this finally go all the way? He says.
Remember Epicenter Complexity? That was their time. They Complexity. Good job, Complexity. Hate them to be able to. It would be a really meteoric rise for them to immediately go in
global pass entry system back home.
Don't worry, they won't deny it.
You might struggle.
I'll shave
after
off my beards. I'll get a haircut. Dye my hair.
Passport.
His name is Kappa.
After
whenever I show up, fonts, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy, come on in."
The last few days, live from the Jing'an Stadium here in Shanghai. We've got making our way through the upper bracket final, the lower bracket final, and the consolation final as well. Teams at the Perfect World Masters